What's up everybody, I'm Jesse, or as you may know me as Game Over Jesse, and today I have a question for you. I had a discussion video similar to this one. What happens next for Zelda remakes? Now, with that, we all know Twilight Princess HD came out, and the next remake obviously going to be Skyward Sword HD. Now, it's not announced yet, probably won't be for a few years, but listen to me. Every Zelda game from the Super Nintendo up until now that came out on a home console has been remade over the past few years. If we look at A Link to the Past, we have A Link Between Worlds. We have Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask 3D, Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD. So next, Skyward Sword HD. So, if you think about that, Zelda Wii U comes out next, and then we have Skyward Sword HD to hold us over until the next Zelda game comes out. But what happens next? There's no games past that to remake unless they remade Zelda Wii U, which wouldn't really make sense. So, do they remake the original Legend of Zelda? Well, actually, a lot of people think Zelda Wii U is a remake or a reimagining of the original Legend of Zelda. So what do they do then? Do they dip into their handheld games and start remaking some of them? Do we get a Minish Cap HD or Minish Cap 3D or whatever it'll be? Do we get a remake of Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks? Do they take some of the games they've already remade for 3D and then remake those for HD, like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask? Which is what I think could happen. I don't know about you, but Ocarina of Time was released in 1998. Now, if Zelda Wii U comes out this year, and it's another 5 years or so until we get The Legend of Zelda NX, whatever it's going to be called, then in between that time, we need a new game. Ocarina of Time HD came out in 1998. 20 years later, on the 20th anniversary, we get Ocarina of Time HD. Could happen. It would be logical. It would make sense. It would be on a console that could have enough power to justify a second remake. And 2 remakes in 20 years really isn't that big of a deal. Like, if it was all one after the other, then yeah, I could see a problem with it. But there was Ocarina of Time and then Ocarina of Time 3D, which 3D left the same textures and everything, and you got a higher polygon model. But I mean, if you look at the steps and then the fences and stuff, they're still like flat objects. There's no like 3D texture to them. So if they remade it in HD, then it would give them a chance to actually flesh out the world and make it look as beautiful as it possibly could. So I think that would be interesting. But going to the handheld side of things, I would love to see Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks remade with normal controls at a higher resolution, because the DS plays games at 240p. The 3DS plays games at 480p. Still a little bit jaggy, but that bump in resolution would make it a lot better. Plus, if they could add new textures, more polygons, make the character models look a little bit better like they did with Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, it'd look amazing. Like, if you can imagine those 2 games made to look like A Link Between Worlds, who wouldn't love that? So, if they didn't do remakes, what would happen? Would they start releasing Zelda games faster? Would we get the sequel to Zelda Wii U or whatever the next Zelda NX will be after 2 or 3 years instead of 5 or 6? Do they stop wasting time with remakes and put all of their assets into the next Zelda game? Even if they didn't, even if they did what Majora's Mask did, where they remade or made a new game using the same assets from the one they just got finished with, and did that, then they could have a new Zelda game in just a couple of years, and there wouldn't be no need for a remake. It would be the best for everyone, probably. So let me know what you think. Should they do that? Should they keep making remakes? Should they stop remaking remakes? If they do remake a remake or of a remake, do they remake one that's already been remade? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see me do a rant like this about how... Let's see. If you want to see me do a rant like this about... Zelda Wii U not being called Zelda Wii U, then click over here. If you want to see me answer some of your Zelda questions, click up here. And if you want to support me on Patreon, click over here. Thank you for watching. And if you did watch all this video, comment below and tell me who your favorite side character in a Zelda game is. I think I'm gonna have to go with Saria was cool. Daruni was kind of cool. Cafe was awesome. The little snot-nosed booger boy from Wind Waker was interesting. But let me know yours. Who would you like to see return in some form in a new Zelda game? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of this video while you're at it. Thanks for watching, and remember to click the links if you want more. Thanks.